one. Hello, Top Fan Rivalry followers, and welcome to another edition of Tiger Town Talk. This one with the co-host, the host extraordinaire, Harmony. We kind of threw you guys a curveball. We brought in the host of Unraveling the Red Sox because the Red Sox and the Tigers just duked it out. So, Mike, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm good. Bill, Harmony, how are you? Thank you so much for having me on the show this week. Looking forward to doing some competitive banter here for our series that we just finished up here in Boston.
That series was so good that you had no winner. Two for the
Yes,
Tigers, two for the
exactly.
Red Sox. Everybody walks away a winner. Everybody gets a participation trophy. Drop the mic. Life's good.
Right.
So, Mike, run us through some of the positives real quick from this series for the Red Sox.
Uh, uh,
Next question.
right? Tanner Houck is fantastic.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah, I mean, I was really hoping that they would have taken the fourth game, and this would have been a completely different conversation that we'd have today. But you know, the Red Sox did one of the rare things that they've done this season and actually blew a lead in a game. They haven't done that very often this season, and it's not like Mize was completely dominant either on some.
I have a
They
lot of
kind of let that one slip away.
yeah. Yeah. You don't want to get me started on Mize.
Hey, Casey Mize is on both of my fantasy teams. I was thinking that he was going to be a stud this season, and it is just not panned out that way. We chatted, before the series, Harmony, and you were like, "Are you happy that you're missing Tariq?" And I will say that I'm very happy that we missed Tariq because he's been one of the few bright spots for the Tigers this season. And don't worry, I predicted the Tigers to actually win the Central at the beginning of the season. So from a completely uh, unbiased uh, avenue here. So I really liked what the Tigers have. I've kind of been disappointed in them this season, to be completely honest.
Yeah, it's still a long season. That's all I'll say.
Yep, and thankfully you are in one of the lesser divisions in baseball, so there's still opportunity for Cleveland and Minnesota and I mean I don't think the Royals are going to slip away this year, but you never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's so Harmony, do you have any thoughts or positives when it comes to this series?
Actually, yeah. Jack Flaherty. Jack Flaherty looked really good. He only gave up one hit against the Red Sox. Sorry, Mike. I know. Um, but I think that was really good. And I think being able to come back on Sunday, even though Casey Mize, I think was really good. I actually went in expecting to lose 3 out of 4. So I think winning 2 is good.
So is it safe to say to both of you that there's a unique scenario for both of you that is you're both fighting for the same thing, which I don't think that, and no disrespect to either one of you, but I don't think either one of your teams is now going to win that division. Okay. I don't think the Red Sox are going to catch the Yankees. I don't think that the Tigers are going to catch Cleveland and or Kansas City. Now, that being said, Do I think that both teams can be wild cards? Very possibly, if they can take it out of neutral and realize that 81 and 81 is not where they want to be. At
No,
the end
but
of
I think that's where the Red Sox are going to wind up. They're just towing the line, right? And we talked last in this week's episode, about what this is what happens when two 500 teams meet. They play 500 baseball and they split the series. So
yeah, yeah, it's the Tigers have all the abilities to do well. Cole Keith has done really well. Unfortunately, Spencer Torkelson has not. In fact, well, remember, Cole Keith is a rookie, so he's still trying to figure it out. I have it on good authority. I did not know this, but in AAA, you don't have your own charter plane. You're flying Southwest or Delta, and you're flying coach. So when you're in AAA, it's a lot different. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't Cole Keith in AA last season? So
Yeah.
so he made the jump to the big club. Um, but they have, Baez is not producing, obviously. They do have
if
some
it
people.
wasn't for Riley Green, the
Yeah.
Tigers would have no offense at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
This is heat up. Our catchers are good.
Catchers,
Mhm.
yeah.
Jake
I
Rogers.
mean,
We have a
you
good
get
tandem.
you get some journeyman catchers. I mean, Carson Kelly has been everywhere.
Yep.
Solid. I mean, so
Jake
so
Rogers.
the the difference between the Red Sox and the Tigers, even though by record they're in the same, the Tigers were projected to be good this season, and the Red Sox were not. So the Red Sox are overperforming and the Tigers are underperforming. So they're like, one's this way and one's this way. So which kind of team would you rather have? A decent underperforming team or a decent overperforming team? And personally, I think I'd rather have the team that wasn't expected to do well play better than what was the expectation. So
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
it's kind of the situation
100%.
where both teams find themselves.
Yeah. 100%. It's when you have, and unfortunately, see, Harmony, like with the Tigers, you don't have this. You did in the 80s, but the Red Sox are expected to go 162-0 every season. Like in Boston, there are diehard fans that expect them to go 162-0 and not lose a game in the playoffs and have a plus minus differential of like plus 500. Like if you lose 3 games in a row, sometimes in Boston, it's people are like, oh, we got to fire Alex Corey. He's terrible. He's the worst manager. In Detroit, in Kansas City, in Milwaukee, places like that, you don't have that. But the East Coast, it's no joke.
Yeah.
They don't mess around over there. And so, I mean, they will boo their own players for making bad plays. So
Yeah. All right.
Mike's Mike's going, yep, yep. I've been there. I've been the one booing him.
No, never. Not unless they really deserved it, Bill.
Last year when I was there, Alex Verdugo hit a home run in the first inning against the Dodgers. And he was going around first base, pounding his chest, like, look at what I just did. And I'm like, Alex, it's 1-0 in the first inning. Please don't do this. And the Dodgers ended up coming back and winning that game like 5-4. And I'm thinking, it's a good thing you pounded your chest in the first inning.
Not
It's a
the way
good
to
thing.
spark. It's not the way to spark the team.
No, you do that in the eighth inning when you hit a
Right.
game tying or game leading home run. You don't do
Right.
it at the bottom of the first when you're the third guy out.
No.
So with the bases empty.
That's Alex Verdugo for you, though.
Yeah, it looks a lot different, clean shaven. He looks like he's about 19.
Yeah.
he's getting carded in clubs in New York. They're like, "Nah, you're not Alex Verdugo. No way, man. No way." All right, all right, all right. With all the chains and that, show me the tattoos, and we'll believe that it's you.
Right, all the chains.
Okay, so let's go back at it here. So next series for the Red Sox, next series for the Tigers. Harmony, what's the next series for the Tigers?
We're playing the Rangers.
Okay. And Mike, Boston has Atlanta, right?
We can start tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah. So a couple of tough opponents for the hometown teams here.
Yes. I think the Tigers are in Arlington as we record, and if I'm not mistaken, the Tigers are up as we're recording. Now that could change, but okay. So Mike, uh, we've done this on your show, but let's do it again on this show. Maybe give 2 or 3 things that you think the Red Sox can do in the month of June to kind of inch closer to that October promised land or making October. And then Harmony, same question.
They need to get healthy and they need to have a consistent lineup. With it, the number of injuries that the Red Sox have had, and this is something that we've talked about all season long. Every day you have to roll out a different lineup because you have guys that are in there that are not everyday players. So they can't play every day if they're not every day if they're not used to being every single day you're out there, and that causes not a contingent lineup, not a consistent lineup. So
Yeah.
that's one of those are the two big keys going forward. But, that all depends on how guys get healthy. So
100%. What about you, Harmony? What are some of the keys for Detroit this month?
I think just one winning series and maybe getting ahead in the division, as well as just better timely hitting, and for the love of everything, DFA buyout. I don't care. Get rid of them. Get rid of them.
I'll tell you what, Justin Henry Malloy is supposed to be really, really good. And I'm excited to see what he can do with his shot, while Torkelson is getting himself for a prospect coming from Atlanta. I actually don't know how the Tigers acquired him. Sad to say, but I don't know if he was a Rule 5 or if he was part of a trade or something like that. But
Remember, but he was. I can't remember.
But he's a highly touted prospect, and the Tigers actually have a pretty decent farm system. So as soon as these guys are ready, they'll be they can ship Javi on back to the DR, and
I think he was a real 5 3/4 draft. You know, 5 1/2, 5 3/4, something like that, whatever it takes. Oh, I'm having reminiscence, Mike, of the old 80s movie, Mr. Mom. What are you gonna do? 27, 27, 26, 26 and a half, whatever it takes. So yeah, good times. Good times. Okay, Harmony, thoughts for Mike or any questions that you have for Mike when it comes to Boston? You guys face off one more time this season, I believe, in Motown. So when is that? Is that later in the season, or do you guys have that coming up? I know it's not in August. I mean, I know it's not June. I mean,
it is. The end of August, beginning of September.
okay.
August 30th through September 1st. So we're gonna have two completely different looking teams, I think, than what we saw in this series by that time.
Very true. Very true. So if either one of these teams call me, I'll try not to send them to voicemail. I'll try to figure out what they need and see if we can accommodate. Maybe we can get Harmony playing shortstop for Javi Baez. Mike, we might bring you back up again, have you lace them up. Maybe, I mean, you're strong enough, you're quick enough. Maybe you should start in center. And start in center,
I
bat
think
fourth.
Durant is okay. Durant is okay out there.
But you know what? They don't know. Mike,
He's pretty
you
good.
might.
He's pretty good. But I'll tell you what, we could be seeing guys like Jackson Jobe, Base Young, I doubt we see Max Clark yet, but that kid is supposed to be awesome. So we'll look forward to seeing it. Maybe by the end of this year, the next time they meet, we'll see some of these young prospects up. Maybe we'll see Marcelo for the Red Sox. So there's a lot of games time we meet. So
Yeah,
We'll
yeah,
see.
it's a lot of baseball left to play, right? A lot of baseball left to play. Okay, so final thoughts. What do we need to know about the Tigers this week, Harmony? What do we need to know about the Tigers?
They're playing the World Series champs of 2023. The Texas Rangers are exactly what I thought they would be. They are extremely underperforming what I thought they were going to do. So hopefully we can take two.
Okay, take 2 out of 3 from Texas. Okay, and then who do you guys have after Texas again?
I don't know. I don't have a
Okay, okay. And then Mike, key to success this week. We already talked about Atlanta. You guys have another series right behind that. I believe is it Philly? Who do you guys have after that again?
it's gonna be deep. It's gonna be deep dish and riverboat
Oh,
rides.
that's you guys got the White Sox. The 15 and 45 White Sox. Please don't go out there and make it 18 out of and 45. If they sweep you
Right.
guys, so help me.
Oh, we're not. I'm not showing up for the next episode if that happens.
If they sweep you, you're buying dinner next time I'm in Boston.
All right.
That's if the White Sox sweep you guys and move it up the ladder to 18. 18 wins is good in 20 games. It's not so good after 60.
They could be catching the Angels.
Yeah. Oh, all right, Harmony, it's your show. Take us away. What do we want to wrap up telling everybody?
use code TigerTown for 10% off. All capital letters, no spaces.
There you go. Use code TigerTown. And what we're gonna do next time when the two of you guys play each other is we'll try to bring you back on. Mike, can we get you back on with Harmony in late August, early September?
Let's do it.
Okay, what we're gonna do is we're going to let Harmony co-host it, but we're gonna make her a participant next time, and I'm gonna bring in a guest host. Maybe I'll bring in Lena. Maybe I'll bring in Mikey Bleeds Blue. I'll bring in somebody where we can have a little bit, and maybe we'll play a little bit of Jeopardy with it. We'll talk about how you guys have played 120 games apiece, and you guys are 60 and 60. All participation trophies, being handed out at the end of the season. It'll be great stuff.
At least the next series is a 3-gamer, so there will have to be a winner.
Well, Mike, what trips me out is started following MLIB for obvious reasons. And they have 6-game series because they don't travel as much. They have
Right.
6-game series. And that freaks me out. Like you're gonna be in one town for a week. And would you have like a 5 or 6-game series in Las Vegas? That's dangerous. That's dangerous for them boys. Right? So
Right. I will say though that it doesn't. So like in other sports, like in hockey or in basketball, when if you're playing a series or something like that, like your matchups
right.
totally different. You can't match up like that in baseball because you never know like what there's so much variable in baseball. Uh, so seeing a 6 game series like that is actually pretty cool. But I would want to do it like many times.
Yeah. 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 No. Truth. All right. Till next week, Harmony and I will be back next Monday to record. We'll drop it on Tuesday. We'll be here talking about how the Tigers won 6 in a row at that point. How, and we'll even bring in the fact that the Red Sox probably would have swept the Braves, but lost 3 to the White Sox, and we can kind of point and laugh at Mike as he goes by. You can't beat the Braves, but you could beat the White Sox like that. It'll be good times. So, all right, all code Tiger Town. We will talk to you guys soon.